you ever notice how when you're on a Carnival ride, you just wave to people that you'll just never see again? You just wave to people you wave to people you'll never see again.
Why are we waving to people?
You know, like when you're on a Carnival ride and it's just like, you ever notice you just wave to people that don't want to be waved to?
And I'm the guy that's standing on in the asphalt waving back.
Yeah.
Why am I
waving to people that you don't want to be waved to?
That's one of the funnier observations I think I've ever heard.
Yeah, well, I observed it when I was at the Carnival at the fair, that you just wave to people that don't want to be waved to.
You know what else you did at the fair? This isn't metal related, but I saw pictures with you and Jeff Foxworthy.
Oh, dude, we were...
And he gave you guys a cake?
Oh, so...
His cake?
Yeah, so, well...
What are you going to do with the cake? I'll let you tell the story, sorry.
Well, we
keep it. No, you ate it?
We ate the cake. Well, it was like his birthday.
We'll put a picture on right here. I'll put a...
There's a picture of Ashley with my wife with Jeff Foxworthy. Put it right here on our hands.
Right here. And with the cake.
But we went to see his show, and we were backstage, and we did the meet and greet with him. Foxworthy was like...
He was in his...
Well, like, you'd go and take a picture with him, and then, like, he wouldn't let you leave, because he was talking
to really?
You. Yeah, he was, like,
I won't say names, but the last experience I had there was the opposite.
Exactly.
It was like, picture...
Yeah, I've had plenty of those like that, and Foxworthy was the opposite. He wanted to talk to you about your life.
Now I'm bummed out I didn't go.
I know. And I walked up to him, and I said... Because he always usually wears cowboy boots, and he was wearing, like, dad's shoes. I walked up to him and I said, "Hey man, I dig your dad's shoes."
Of course you did.
Because he's up there on stage. And he used to look a lot more cowboy, but he's more into comfort now.
I don't blame him.
So he a little bit looked like redneck Ellen DeGeneres. Because like he had jeans on, but really white tennis shoes. And he was really funny though.
Well, he hasn't gone like comfort level Hey Dudes, has he?
No, but I bet you he's trending in that direction. But anyways,
dude, I'm never gonna get off this hill. Dude, I have Skechers on, but I will not go down to Hey Dude level.
That's Hey Dude's a rock
bottom. Hey Dude
bottom
is the rock bottom, yeah.
I bought those Shark Week Crocs, and that wasn't even.
Nope, those are badass.
Well, anyway, so his birthday was the day after the show, so the fair board got him a cake.
Yeah.
So they sang happy birthday to him, and everybody, the whole, on stage. They did it when his act ended. And then he walked off a stage.
Did he cry?
No.
Oh.
No, he wanted to leave. No, he was really friendly. He walked off a stage and he had the birthday cake with him, and then he was like, he said, "Oh, y'all got kids at home? Because my flight's at 5:30 in the morning. I ain't going to eat this." That's a bad impression of him. But, and then me and my wife were like, "Well, I mean, we have a kid at home, but, he's like asleep right now." And he's like, take it. So we ended up with Jeff Foxworthy's birthday cake. And it was delicious. Me and Ashley ate it. So
I saw that picture and I couldn't decide what I would have done with that. Part of me would have wanted to save it.
Yeah, for something, like put it in a case or something.
Put it on eBay. I don't know, dude. Freeze it.
When's the last time you were trolling eBay for Jeff Foxworthy's birthday cake?
One time I caught like a 5-pound fish. And that's what I did with it. I just threw it in the freezer forever. I just wouldn't.
Oh.
It was just like my trophy.
Oh, yeah.
Which I feel bad now because, I probably should have ate it or I did something, ethical with it other than just let it sit in the freezer.
I don't think letting things sit in a freezer is unethical. I'm pretty sure that Walt Disney's in a freezer somewhere, or like his head is. I've heard that.
Oh yeah. So he can be, yeah.
You can put anything in a freezer.
I don't blame him. Remember that time Grandpa ran over a raccoon and put it in the freezer?
Yeah. In rock news today, not today, this week, in rock news this week, that a lot has gone down. Big highlight, though, I think the biggest highlight is Linkin Park's addition.
Right.
Emily Armstrong is there, not replacing Chester Bennington because he cannot be replaced, but adding a new chapter to
an already storied history.
Yeah, exactly. Linkin Park releases their new single with Emily Armstrong, co-vocaling with Shoutout.
Co-vocaling?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it because...
That's a heater.
I know.
Though.
You're welcome, world.
Yeah.
You're welcome, rock world. But I'm
glad I was here to witness it.
Yeah. And I feel like it was pretty split vocals through it. Well, not really. Towards the end, it was mostly Emily, but I did appreciate the kind of old school Linkin Park sound of the track though, because
dude, yeah,
she could play, right? She could sing.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of people, and you know that's what I like about us is we're not professionals at any of these things.
Right.
We are consumers mostly of it.
Yeah.
But I did feel like I heard like a little bit of strain in the live. Did you watch a live performance?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like there maybe was a little strain, but dude, that could be so many things.
Well,
like I know she can hit all the notes and stuff because
she does it.
She does it, but a lot of that could just be like, this is your first time playing with Linkin Park.
Yeah.
Like, let's give the girl a break for one.
Well, and Chester Bennington did it after years of playing with Linkin Park. I mean,
that's true.
That's true. That's a product of recording live. Recording live doesn't sound like it sounded like it did live. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound the same when it's a recording of a live versus actually being there.
Yeah. You don't get to have multiple takes on stage.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, how many times have I seen any band that I love multiple times and I felt like they've sounded a little bit different at one point or another live.
Right.
But you know, that first verse that she sings in the Emptiness Machine kind of sounds like herself, like it's her own thing. That second verse, she sounds a little bit more Linkin Park.
Dude, it was actually kind of freaky to me.
Yeah.
Like when she got into that, I don't know, growly. Yeah. What would you call it? It was almost like a scream.
Yeah.
But it's not quite a scream.
Yeah.
But I was like, I could just little touches of like a Chester Bennington thing, and I was like, whoa. Well, I could see why they picked her though.
Yeah, and I support
she can hit it.
Yeah, she hits the notes. But I like the idea of it is because it goes without saying Chester Bennington's going to be missed. But that doesn't mean the music has to be missed.
Yeah.
Right? And this is a cool way for them to like carry on. Mm-hmm. Right? And it's like, you know, there's several other bands that have had to do that. And you know what? All those other bands, a lot of their sound changed. But sometimes that's okay. You know what I mean? It's okay for Linkin Park to sound a little bit different. She sounds like she's gonna be awesome, and I'm team Emily. Because you know, haters.
It's just people have to have something to be pissed off at.
Exactly.
I don't know what it is.
I mean, like you and I are never gonna sing for Linkin Park either. So what point would it be for us to be sitting in the basement mad about Emily Armstrong, right? I don't know.
I just don't understand why you can't be excited to see him be able to get back out on the road and play, even if it's just a rendition, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
Of her singing, but like seeing the band tour again, I don't know. I don't see how that can be exciting.
I'm excited
to hear this album that they've already written. You know, it's coming out. 8th studio album from zero. That's the title of it. November 15th, 2024.
Sweet.
Dude, how could you not be excited to hear that shit?
If that's their sound, it's awesome. I'm pumped.
Yeah.
If that song sets the tone for the rest of the record, I'm pumped. And even if it doesn't, I'm pumped. I'm excited for Linkin Park. These guys deserve the best, you know, things to happen to them, and Emily Armstrong included. I'm very excited.
Yeah, let's not forget they lost a friend, as if this whole thing isn't really hard on them.
Exactly.
They lost one of their brothers, and then to have to deal with idiots, dude.
To have to get terrible feedback. That's the other thing, too, is that, like, who besides Linkin Park is going to be the expert in what Linkin Park should sound like?
Yeah.
And I can tell you, I promise you, listen, I love you guys. I promise you, all you guys on Discord, all you guys on Reddit, none of you know better than the guys that are in Linkin Park. I'm sorry. And if you don't like the way that it sounds, guess what? You really actually, this is actually a crazy take. If you don't like the way a band sounds, you don't have to listen to them.
Yeah.
Just find something. The music is endless out there. Find some more music. You know
what those people should get into, where there's just endless debate.
Yeah.
Politics.
Oh my gosh.
Just go Go
Yeah.
bitch about politics.
Yeah, go cry about politics if you don't like the
There's
fact.
this endless bitching to do about politics
Yeah.
all the time.
Why don't we
Why do we have to gatekeep in the metal scene?
Yeah. Oh, don't even get me started on metal gatekeeping.
I know, dude.
This band's not metal enough.
This is supposed to be fun.
Yeah. Sorry.
Supposed to be a fun. This is kind of a good segue because we just got back from Rocklahoma. And talk about like powerhouse female lead singers.
Oh my gosh, dude.
And then we come back from Rocklahoma and we've seen Evanescence play, Royal Lynn, who we had an interview with.
Listen, you got listeners. Royal Lynn is up and coming, and
she's not to be fucked with.
I think she has potential to be like really something special. And then Hellstorm. I mean, well, first of all,
who else was there? There was a couple others too.
Yeah. But Amy Lee...
It's like they picked all the women. It's like they knew.
Yeah.
It's like they knew Linkin Park was going to do this.
Yeah, Amy Lee, first of all...
prepping us.
Amy Lee's incredible. Right?
Yeah.
And you can't tell me
set.
You can't tell me that... First of all, you could just tell by the crowd's reaction that situation was incredible. And every song, she brought it. Like, she brought it every song.
Yeah.
Hailstorm was the same way. And Hailstorm was on a little bit earlier in the day, but she drew a huge crowd, and then they all dispersed after Hailstorm.
Yeah.
But I mean, she drew a big crowd.
You know what I notice about the female singers? Maybe it's because there's not as many of them or whatever, but like, male, like, I notice a discrepancy from live to like album sound, but the female vocalists we watched,
no, yeah, you're right.
They hit everything, and
yeah.
Dude, it sounds like they're like Hellstorm, Lizzie Hell. It sounds like her voice is getting ripped apart, but she like just does this all the time. I don't understand it.
Yeah, she's incredible.
She's got some power, man, and some grit.
I think Amy Lee would sound like that in an outhouse. I mean, she could sound like that anywhere. She was incredible.
She's just in the outhouse.
She's in the outhouse. Wake me up. Wake me up. Don't put our singing in there, but yeah.
Don't wake up.
Yeah, no, but she could, though. She could sound incredible anywhere, like a freaking songbird.
Yeah, what I was saying, though, was it's cool because we were at Rocklahoma, got to see all these powerhouse women singers, and then to come home and see Linkin Park. And, you know, that they chose to go with a female lead vocalist, that also takes some balls. That probably is the wrong way to describe that in this situation, but...
No, you're right, though.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think that she's right in, like, the same register as Chester Bennington, too.
Yeah,
which is cool.
We're just back in it.
Yeah.
We're just back in the pocket with Linkin Park again.
I know, I just love Linkin Park. Other bands we got to see Disturbed, was awesome live.
Royal Lynn stepped on stage with
Disturbed. That was sweet. We got to see Avenged. We got to see... I mean, Avenged is always a highlight for us, so, you know.
Yeah, we're big Avenged fans.
It kind of goes without saying.
That was their first time playing Rocklahoma, too. And Rocklahoma's been around since the 80s.
Yeah. And that was...
Early 80, yeah. I think, even. 1980?
What a huge venue. And cool, because it's one of these things where it's got its own culture, right? And so with all the camping and stuff around it.
And they purposefully went and picked a spot out in the middle of nowhere so that they could just have this sprawling thing. Like, it's never cramped. I don't feel like we're ever really in traffic. It's all set up just to have an 80,000 person rock festival, and it's insane.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And people in Oklahoma are super nice, dude. We just felt like we were at home there. So.
Oh yeah, people in Oklahoma were way nice. Weirdly, while traveling there, people did not have high opinions of the area. And then we get there and we're like, bro, we could move here.
Yeah, we're like, what are you talking about? They're like, oh, you're going out to that metal festival in Festival in Pryor. Huh? Yeah. There's nothing to do out there.
Yeah.
And we're like driving out there, and sure, yeah, it's pretty rural, and there's a lot of sticks.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Tim was saying, he's like, dude, I could play out in that field all day. Like, I could go find a cool stick, and next thing you know, it'd be time to like light a fire.
Exactly.
So we get it, dude.
Shout out to Pryor.
Yeah. Shout out to Pryor. Shout out to Shatsworth.
Shout out to... Oh, shoot, dude. Okay, last day we're there.
Luckily, I hadn't been drinking.
Andy had not been drinking, just for everybody's reference. Andy does not drink and drive. And the reason we know is because if Andy ever drinks, I'm always sober. I don't drink.
He always
And
drives.
Andy does, so I always drive. We're driving home, and Andy, the one bad thing about Rocklahoma is that there's a brutal speed trap that gets everybody.
And they're ready for it, because Pryor, I don't think, has anything else going on all year. So
that's how they get their money. Well, and we get pulled over, and Andy, rightfully so, is nervous. I'm in the passenger seat.
I don't know if I was nervous. I was like mad.
No. Yeah, you were mad.
I was a little angry. I was about to get lippy.
It was
is
heightened.
Bad.
There was heightened energy in the car.
It was tense.
Yeah. And so this guy, the officer, bless his heart, nice dude, walks up to the car and pokes his head down, and and I'm sitting in the passenger seat. So there's no pressure on me at all. I'm just living my life.
Clearly, yeah.
Because I don't care if you get a ticket. It doesn't bother me one bit. You know what I mean? Officer bends down and looks into the window, and he says, can I get your registration or whatever? And Andy's like, well, it's a rental, and gets out the rental agreement. As he's bending down, I look over and I see his name tag says Shatsworth.
Officer Shatsworth. Shatsworth.
Shout out to Shatsworth. So he's talking to Andy. Andy's a little bit tense. He bends down and I look over, I peek his name, and it says Officer Shatsworth. And I was like, what is your name?
Yeah, he just blows this guy up. He goes, what is your name, officer?
Yeah, like Andy,
and I'm like,
Andy's like, I interrupted him. I interrupted what was going on.
Yeah,
I was like, bro, what is your name? And he's like, Officer Shatsworth. And I was like, that is the best name I've ever heard. I stand by that Officer Shatsworth is the best cop name I've ever heard in my life. And he kind of gave it a bit of a giggle, but he was not super amused. Probably because he's heard it 7 million times in his life. Anyways, Officer Shatsworth was awesome, and he kind of gave a bit of a giggle, and then he's like, just let me get your license so I can write you guys a warning. He was like almost defeated. Yeah. And then he walked back, brought us back a warning. He was a true gentleman, and we drove off. But it was kind of funny, though, because I was like, I was shocked. I didn't know people could be, I mean.
The second that came out of your mouth, I didn't know if that had just got me a ticket, or I was pretty sure it just got me a ticket.
Yeah.
Because I was like, did you really just Shatsworth this guy? Like, he's gonna be so mad.
Yeah.
And he kind of gave it a giggle, and then he even told us before he went back to run the license and everything, he's like, I'm just gonna give you guys a warning. Yeah. He's like, just giving up, I guess.
In retrospect, that was quite the gamble.
I feel bad for two reasons. Tim can't control himself when he sees Shatsworth on something.
Dude, I can't.
And two, I was kind of getting not lippy.
No,
I wasn't
you
gonna
weren't
get
lippy. You were gonna get lippy. You never did.
I wasn't getting lippy. I was just not amused because coming into town, you're like driving in the middle of a field, and then all of a sudden there's just cops there.
Like 20.
And right where the speed drops from, I don't even know, it's probably like 60 or 70 to 35.
40, yeah, 35. Yeah.
It's like, anyway.
Yeah. Shout out to Shatsworth.
Yeah. That was pretty funny.
Rocklahoma was awesome. Also, shout out to Danny Wimmer Presents. They really help us out with a lot of our media stuff when we're there. The other side of that coin is Aftershock, which is in Sacramento, that we are planning on attending every year, except for I won't be there this year because I double booked myself. But Andy's going to be representing the Slackers there at Aftershock, which Aftershock's lineup this year is insane.
Yeah.
Dude, Iron Maiden, though?
Be cool.
Well, I'm actually, Falling in Reverse is going to be there. And listen.
Falling in Reverse and Tech Nine. And they do that song together. So I'm hoping to see that happen live. I guarantee.
No, they won't. They won't do it, but it would be cool.
They got to do it.
They would be cool, but they're not going to do it.
Bro, that's the only reason they even brought Tech Nine onto this.
Maybe that is what they're going to do. I don't know, but
I think they got to.
But Falling in Reverse live is one of the more energetic shows that you can go to. So get out to Falling in Reverse if you're in that Sacramento area at that time. Oh, man.
And our other cousin, Jake, he's going to be going with me so that we have a second set of hands, but he's a Joey and Valance and Bray.
Yeah.
So
Jake brought that up.
I think that's the only reason he said yes to helping me, because he gets to see them play.
If the vibe at Aftershock is anything like it was last year, that was one of the coolest. The venue is so cool because you're in the middle of Discovery Park in Sacramento. There's all these cool trees that they've like hung lights between.
Yeah,
So,
it's
where in contrast, like Rocklahoma was killer, but there's no shade at Rocklahoma.
no,
You were in it.
which is I found it to be interesting because
There's so many trees.
so many trees there.
Yeah, there's so many trees there. But
Where were we? What were we saying?
we're talking about Aftershock. It's gonna be
What's
awesome.
crazy is that when the lineup is so good that a band like Pantera is not even like considered one of the headlining acts.
Like the big headliners, yeah, that's
but
pretty
Judas
wild.
Priest and Pantera and Disturbed and Five Finger Death Punch are headliners
Well,
at any other show.
Evanescence is going back.
Evanescence?
Breaking Benjamin, Anthrax. I mean, come on, dude.
CKY.
Wait, CKY is gonna be there?
CKY.
Oh my gosh.
POD. Oh, Ginger. Ginger is cool. Remember Point North?
Oh, dude.
Point North.
Dude, I love Point. Shout out to Point North as well,
Point
dude.
North.
Yeah. If you guys have ever heard Hammer by Point North, Hammer's like a sweet punk song.
Oh, and then remember that Dylan dude that we met last year? And he said he's in a band called Nerve, and
Oh, yeah.
he's playing.
Oh, he's playing
He's
at Aftershock?
playing,
Oh,
yeah.
cool. Good for him.
Good for him. We'll shout
Good
that
for
out.
you. Good for you, Dylan.
Yeah, you were a cool
super
guy.
cool dude, man.
Yeah.
We met you in the media tent. I
drank.
remember your hair.
We drank beer with you.
Well, I didn't drink beer with him, but Andy drank beer with him. I drink a Red Bull. Dude, I could drink 20 Red Bulls, get in a fist fight, and then freaking run home. Skip the Uber. And then I'm good. Red Bull gives you wings, bro. Bigfoot may make an appearance.
You never know.
He may be about a foot shorter.
Dude, I was thinking, well, I won't give away anything. This next segment's called That's Pretty Metal. That's Pretty Metal.
Dude, you know what was metal?
That was metal.
The time, you know what was super metal when Donkey Kong and Mario teamed up in that new Mario movie? And Mario was in the fox suit or the raccoon or whatever it is.
That
They
was
were like,
metal.
and they were bouncing to get, that was metal.
That was metal.
You know what else was metal? Was the star power scene at the end of that too. When him and Luigi
Oh,
had
yeah.
star power together. That was
Yeah,
metal.
you know what else was metal?
What?
Is when Bowser sang Peaches.
Oh,
That was metal.
that was ballad though. That was
And then
ballad metal.
yeah, but it was metal. And then he hits the little dude for some reason. That was rude.
Yeah,
that wasn't
was
metal.
not metal. that was not
That
metal.
was rude.
Hey, metal is not picking on somebody smaller than you.
No.
Okay?
Metal is to let the dude jam with you like they started to.
Yeah.
He's like, well, let's jam.
Yeah.
I think that's what he said, and then they like start to jam.
Yeah.
And then for some reason he's a dick at the end. It's like,
Yeah.
come on, dude.
Yeah. So
But we have fun, see, and that's what matters.
we have fun, sir.
Have fun, sure. Sound like I escaped from Alcatraz or something. No, that's not that. That's not a Sean Connery,
No,
is
I
it?
could. Oh, you were going Sean Connery? I was going like Al Capone. That's your Sean Connery? This is my Sean Connery. It's, I'm waiting to be impressed. You know, because there's the one movie he says that line.
I still think the best Sean Connery movie ever is The Rock.
Oh, yeah.
By a long way.
Remember underneath Alcatraz? First of all, there's a labyrinth of caves under Alcatraz, which is not accurate, I don't think. I've been to Alcatraz twice. I've never been in the labyrinth of caves. But in the labyrinth of caves under Alcatraz, there's like these weird obstacle that he has to like, he's got the timing memorized because there's like metal and then fire.
yeah.
It's like a furnace or something.
Yeah.
It's like, first of all, that's
He's like,
yeah. And he's got it like counted out in his head, and he's the only one that can do it.
oh yeah, Nicolas Cage is sitting down there, and then
Yeah.
he's like, shit, dude, he just left me down here.
Yeah. And then he goes and like opens the door randomly. Oh, isn't that when he says like, gentlemen, welcome to the Rock? Oh,
Oh, yeah.
that was not a good one. But,
He's like, gentlemen, welcome to Alcatraz.
yeah, or something like that. Yeah. But he does the but there's no reason. What furnace has that hazard?
It's just
Like
like,
a huge like
especially in a
prison.
that's not used anymore.
Yeah, why is it working? Yeah. First of all, why is it operational?
This thing is just still running.
Why is it operational? And then he gets the needle this long and stabs it into his heart.
Yeah.
It's like, first of all, I don't care if there's medicine in a needle. If it's like that thick around and you get jabbed in the heart with it, it ain't gonna matter. You're just gonna die, bro. It's like a metal spike, you know. Remember when he sticks the little ball that like rolls out
in the dude's mouth and then punches him?
Like he's not gonna get poisoned. Like the dude the dude was probably gonna foam it out of his mouth into his. He was like,
well, that's when he had to. That's when he had to do the thing.
Oh, is that when? Oh,
yeah, because that was like, you know,
now that was the
climax. Is there's like this last guy he's got to kill, so he puts that thing and then he has to go.
Yeah, he stabs himself in the heart. Wild.
So badass.
Wouldn't really, probably could have just been like an EpiPen. He just could have put it in his leg, but
it was so metal. Just to tie it back in.
That was metal.
That was metal.
That was metal.
That was metal. That's pretty metal. Another person that we met at Rocklahoma was Rose.
Hi, Rose.
Hi, Rose. She's really cool. She's a good interviewer. Go check out Metal Fortress Radio.
Yeah.
And she does a really good job at interviewing artists and stuff. We collabed on a couple. And they run a radio station called Metal Fortress Radio, as I just said, in Connecticut, I believe. So this new platform that we're doing here, this thing, we did this for YouTube, but this is going to air on their radio station. So big shout out to Rose from Metal Fortress Radio, because that's badass.
So if you guys are interested, go check out Metal Fortress Radio Mondays at 7 Eastern.
Probably 7 p.m. Eastern.
It will Sultans of Slack will have a segment on there. So,
and if that is not correct, we're going to post it anyway somewhere else. So just watch our stuff.
So sorry, Rose.
We did an interview with Rose, so that'll probably be the first one that they hear over there. But this would be the second one. And for anybody listening from Metal Fortress Radio, we're the Sultans of Slack. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on Grindr. We're on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
We're all the things at Sultans of Slack.
What's some other ones?
It's not hard.
Oh, I did start us a subreddit, so I forgot to tell you that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, but I don't know what to do or how it works. So. We're on Reddit.
Oh, we're on Reddit.
We're on Reddit.
Oh, we're on Discord.
Sultans of Slack on Reddit. Sultans of Slack on Discord.
We're on the World Wide Web. We have a .com.
We have a .com.
We have a .com.
.com. We have a .com.
We have a .com.
We have a .com. SultansofSlack.com. Go check out our merch. We have shirts.
I think we should have a couple shirts on there. Yeah.
We better go update that. We need money. We need money bad. So if you guys could go and buy some shirts so that...
Oh, dang it. Yeah. We have cool shirts because I design them all.
Yeah. Andy designs all of our shirts.
Or maybe we don't have cool shirts and that's why they don't sell.
I think they're cool. So shout out to Rose. We're pumped about being a part of that. And
yeah, that's going to be cool.
Look forward to our shenanigans on Metal Fortress Radio. Because we're full of shenanigans and we're honestly not very good at our job.
No.
So
that's kind of the point. Yeah.
Kind of the point. We're kind of slackers that way.
That was metal. Maybe we'll just do that every week. We'll just come up with something that was metal.
Yeah.
To talk about the rock for an hour and then just be like, that was metal. Oh, we're a metal podcast, by the way.